Roman cavalry. Sturdy, fast, and a nightmare to fight against. But what if I told you that there is a way that the sword of the Roman Empire can actually turn from a damage dealing and a defensive force into a force that controls the battlefield? So today we are going to be taking a look at an alternate way of playing them. The support cavalry is a very interesting playstyle of the cavalry, for it does not attack directly, only for flanking, and its main purpose is to apply buffs and debuffs to your and enemy team, and as such control the flow of the battlefield. They are a unit that allows you to dictate how the battle is going to take place. Now we're going to take a look at an engagement where this exactly takes place. So here we have a tier 7 Roman infantry fighting against my tier 10 infantry. Now normally you would think using infantry with Germanicus is good, but you gotta take a look at this. So as they're engaging, I'm expecting them to activate their Oath of Perseverance, but now they're not able to do anything. And as you can see, my men are not taking a single point of damage. Oh, they took 47 damage and are blocking away 92% of all the hits. This is because of the Veni ability of Caesar that increases my melee defense and melee attack by 50%. Combined with the Viki, which reduces their movement speed, but most importantly completely silences them, preventing them from using any abilities, minimizing the damage that I'm receiving in opposition to the situation that is going on here. The reason I can do this is thanks to this cavalry, which is not, as you can see, is not fighting. So now let us advance with the Viki being cancelled. As the support cavalry, your secondary job is to As support cavalry, your main task is to defend your units and defend your team's vulnerable units by charging into the danger's way. By side charging your opponent, you do not receive the direct charge damage that comes from the front, but you're still able to intercept the majority of the enemy team. You see, this unit becomes very important because in order to disable an area of the enemy, you need 2 units of Caesar to do so successfully. Support cavalry does exactly that. They are the first into battle, disable the enemy, and for the 34 seconds that the Viki is active, the Imperial Guard or your javelins come in and cycle that out, allowing your support cavalry to do other tasks. For example, as we are seeing right here, the cavalry is fast and is now helping its allies to move forward and buffing them with their flanking protection. The flank protection is very important, hence you will see the support cavalry just standing behind your unit. They are going to be protecting the flanks and giving them the confidence buff, raising all of their melee stats, their melee attack and melee defense respectively. By spreading the Veni and VD buffs, they're able to buff the team and control the flow of your units. Thanks to that 15% speed increase as well as the other bonuses, we are able to do extra damage. See the reload speed, it's helping over here. This is with the barrage, but the movement speed gives me enough time to pull this off. Here you see me engaging right here. I mess up my charge really badly. But mind you, this movement, see, as the support cavalry, you're not playing as Scipio cavalry. This is very important. So what you're doing is only engaging archers when they're completely undefended, such as the situation like this. Even then, you must always engage them when you have defense in the area simply because how important this support cavalry is. This unit can be very well likened to the leader general in Shogun 2, who runs around buffing people and generally does not engage in combat unless to deliver the killing blow. So for example, here you see me executing my scouting duties, but as soon as I see my enemy, I'm running away. So this unit becomes the general of the army. Now let's take a look what happens with this setup and with the Caesar trying to defend the area against overwhelming odds. So here we got charged, but thanks to our Veni, I know it says Viki in the tooltip, but that's just a bug. So let's talk about the support cavalry combat. When you're in combat, because you're Roman cavalry, you're still able to do very good amount of damage, even without the Oath of Perseverance, which only increases your defensive capabilities. But with Veni, you're also able to do a lot of damage while defending yourself. However, other cavalry will be able to occupy you for a very long time, and you cannot afford that. Because of that, what you can do, you can use your javelins to flank the opponent and then shoot them, and because you are behind the enemy, you will be able to hit them in the back, minimizing your friendly fire. So let's see what happens here. As you can see, none of these legatus are not able to activate their Oath of Perseverance. They're going in and out. We have just cycled our Viki. As such, we are able to permanently disable all the units within this area from using their abilities. And so the cavalry is holding, supporting their units, supporting their flanks. As you can see now, this unit is supported from both flanks. Their flanks are secured and they are confident, giving them considerable morale bonuses. And in this formation, this unit is able to pull off a lot of damage. So let's see how this translates into action. As soon as you see the enemy, you pull away. You've got to pull away. And you can see me losing my general to my carelessness, because I did not see that this person was actually Arminius disguised as one of our units. So even after you lose your support cavalry, all is not lost, because if you are defending an area, you still have 2 units to cycle your Viki with. However, Viki is not your only tool in your toolbox. Veni, giving the combat abilities to your allies, can turn the tide of battle, as you have seen the power bar turning from favoring the red to favoring the blue. Let's speed things up a bit. Now they're being shot at. With Miltiades versus Leonidas. But you get the gist of it. So your support cavalry is the first unit that activates its Viki, activates its buffs, and whenever you're fighting as a team, as soon as you have switched, you have cycled your Viki, you can send your cavalry to another site, to another battle, where they will be able to buff up the surrounding units, and that way securing the victory for your team. It is not going to net you a lot of points, simply because currently it does not give much of a support points. I hope that will be changed in the future, but it definitely influences how well your team acts, and it can secure you a lot of wins. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and if you want some more arena action, check out the playlist on the side, and we'll see you next time.